Sounds good though.
Welcome to On the Chain. This is Jeff here with co-host Chip. What is going on, everybody? I'll tell you what's going on. XRP to 1589. That's what's up. We got an amazing guest with us, Chip, from all the way down under. You guys can try to guess who it is. Throw that in the chat. Chip, if you're ready to kick this thing off, I'm excited. I can't wait to bring our guest on.
Yeah, I can't wait either. And he or she is excited as hell. So let's do this. You guys ready to do it? Let's go.
Welcome to On the Chain.
So welcome everybody to On the Chain, and Jeff is coming in from an undisclosed location. It's a deep bunker. You can tell by that wall right there. It hasn't seen sunlight and probably since it was built, right? Back in the day. Back in whatever that day was. So who do we have here? So let's go, guys. Drop in. Oh, look, we have Tina Hall is in here tonight. Good to see Tina.
Tina Hall. Wow,
we got Hans Loaded, and Sean Thompson's here. Let's go, he says. And Brian. So guys, drop where you're from. Even on the rewatch, go ahead and drop it. We read every single thing. We don't always respond, but we read everything. Good, bad, the ugly. But drop where you're coming in from. We'll flash it on the screen as we get going. But Jeff, that's right. You can't even do the damn drum roll. Hang on a second.
Of course I can do the drum roll.
Oh, you have your computer. Are you ready for the drum roll? Because we got
I actually have my computer.
Okay, you do have your computer. Yeah! All right, yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Let's do it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a special guest from down under. Waza, what's up? Welcome to On the Chain.
G'day, boys. How the fuck are we?
Oh,
right off the bat.
Right off the bat. Come on, hang on. Wait a minute.
We said we were going to do an F-bomb, and then boom, right off the bat.
Okay.
Yeah, get that puppy ready. Remember, man.
I hit the buzzer just in time.
It's a family-friendly show.
If you listen carefully, I said, "How the fick are we?"
That's very good.
That's exactly what you said. That's what I heard.
Well, it might have been the accent because it sounded awful like something else, but that's okay. But hey, man. How the hell are you doing, dude? Welcome to On the Chain. We've been talking about having you on for a while. Obviously, everyone's familiar with your videos, which are epic, right?
Yes, yeah, that's right. That's right. They've seemed to have gained a bit of popularity, so it's good to be on the show. I'm a watcher, so it's good.
So let's talk a little bit about that. So, like for people that live outside of the Australian landscape there, where did the Waza come from? Talk about that a little bit.
Well, Wazza is just Australian slang for Warren. So you got Warren, they just call you Wazza. Like Terry, Tezza, Jeremy, Attorney Jeremy's Jezza, Gary's Gazza. It's just an Aussie thing.
So what's Jeff? Jessa?
He'd be, well, that's a tough one. Well, I nearly swore then, so get your bleep button ready. Jeffo, maybe.
Jeffa.
Jeffo. Chip, I got no idea what the fuck to do with that one.
Yeah, that's a tough one. How about Chip? What would you say with that? Chippa.
Chipper.
Chipper.
A lot of my friends from back home, they call me Chipper. Chipper. Chip.
Yeah, Chipper. Yeah, Chipper's good. I'll go with that.
There you go. I think that'll be okay. So, yeah. So a little background.
John Deaton, I just call him God.
Yeah, as a lot of people do. He's like pretty. He's been pretty incredible. And
what happens when you use Chip's nickname?
Hey,
what are you saying, Jeff? What are you trying to get at there?
Simon
or Kev? Sumo. And what about Kef?
Sumo.
What would you call? What would you call Kef? Kessa. Kef. Keff. Kessa.
There we go. Sumo
and Kessa.
Yeah, well, I'll go with. I'm trying to think of a nickname for Jeff.
Oh, we'll come up with something for him. We'll definitely come up with something for him. So let's get into. So tell us a little bit about how did you come upon the crypto? Like, how did you get into crypto? What was your first aha experience, first time you bought, and then also too talk a little bit about how you were guided over to XRP, or was XRP the first digital asset that you got into?
XRP was the first digital asset. I was basically my younger brother. He's been into crypto for years, and he was badgering me about crypto, and then he got dad into XRP, and And then Dad finally said, "Why don't you talk to your brother?" And that was a few years ago now, and here we are. Dad actually owns more than I do.
Wow,
So,
that's pretty cool, man. What about your little bro? Is he still into crypto?
Yeah, the little brother's still into crypto. He collects any friggin' thing.
What does he think about your videos now that they've kind of blown up a little bit?
I don't think Dad's ever seen one.
I gotta change that.
My younger brother, he just laughs at him. So yeah, I don't think he expected I'd ever do videos. And the worst part is I can't find video number 1, the very first one I ever did. I don't know what happened to it. So
probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to watch that first one. That first one's brutal. Jeff and I have a first one too. It's brutal, man.
Okay.
It's brutal to watch that for sure. So I'm just going through your feed right here, and wow, I gotta say there's some fun stuff here.
Yeah, okay.
So let me just throw this up here. Let's go ahead and look through here. I did see something pretty cool that you posted. That's why I was trying to find it on your feed. But if we go here, like this one here, it says, "Hey Gary Gensler, I believe you guys, the SEC, like reading tweets. What am I saying?" And here we go. Ready? Let's see what he's saying. There's 1, and then there's 2. Okay, he's flipping the bird. There you go. Right. So there you go. This is the library. One was XRP. Yeah, this is the one I wanted to comment on. I don't hold any, but I like seeing this. And look at that. Boom. That's like what you call
Look at that
growth.
What you're talking about.
And what's interesting about that, Jeff, is we could have been part of this a party to this lawsuit too, because we are probably the 2 oldest LBC holders. And very early, we had Jeremy Kaufman on the show, CEO of Library, and Jeff. He's what got us onto the platform, and then we've been collecting it ever since. I don't even think we know how much we have.
No clue.
Is there a way we can log in and find out?
Probably.
So we could have also been a part of that lawsuit. You could have represented us too in the amici.
We should have been represented. That would have been nice.
Would have been cool, but I'm like, because we don't really. I don't even know how we get in there anymore. I mean, it's been a couple of years, so I don't know. But we have probably a bunch of LBC
into the library. It's all sitting in our library account when we.
But how do you get in there, though, Jeff? That's the whole point. Is I don't know.
Log in using our login and our password.
Well, that's part of it, but where's that? That's all I'm saying. Like, where's that stuff? So anyway, Waza, there's some. This is right here. Let's go into some good stuff so people can get a flavor of like who you are by your Twitter account. And of course, your avatar is legendary, drinking a beer, which is always good. And then this one here says Chuck Norris stood eye to eye with John Deaton. Chuck Norris dropped his head, walked away. Deaton 1, Norris 0.
Yeah, it was all that Chuck Norris stuff getting around the other day, which cracked me up. So I threw my own in there.
That was great, that with Chuck Norris stuff. Here's another one. Isn't crypto like gambling? You win, lose, or draw, then you shouldn't be tax-free here in Australia like all other gambling. Wait, gambling is tax-free?
Yeah, you can go to the pub, put $50 in the pokies, win 10 grand, and it's tax-free. Any lotto wins, tax-free. Every gambling you win, tax-free.
Holy crap!
Crypto's the same friggin' thing. So
really,
don't tax it.
Wait, crypto in Australia is tax-free?
No, he's saying it's like gambling, so it should be tax-free.
It should be. Yep. We can go to Canada. They're gambling. Their stuff's tax-free too. Their lotto winnings.
At the end of the day, it's a gamble.
It is.
Work is a gamble too. So everything should be tax-free.
Don't dig too deep. You might get back to the Gasparino and his gingivitis comments.
Right.
Right, don't go there.
Yeah, I was like, I saw that, Waza. Yeah, we saw that one too. There you go. Oracle Swab, may want to sit your sites. Yeah, and you did good shout out to OTC. All right, man. Let's jump into some stories. Let's hear some comments on some of the stories we have tonight. We got some Ripple stuff ready to go. Let me do this one.
A good story from Bitcoinist.
Yeah, there's a really good story for that one. We're going to jump into that one too. Teased it on the thumbnail tonight. Well, let's take a look at this tweet from Ripple X. It says, get started with the XRPL learning portal. Waza, I can only imagine you jumping over there with a beer in one hand, your hand on the computer in the other one, and just whipping out some code, just coding like a madman. Yeah?
No, not quite.
Okay. I just imagined it. Okay. So understand the basics of crypto, blockchain, Web3, get acquainted with the XRPL, learn how to set up an account, send XRP, create trust lines and more, start your journey now. And I kind of like this cool graphic. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's maybe it's the future.
It's the Jetsons.
It's kind of like the Jetsons, right? And if we look over here, this is it right here. So build the world's first major global carbon neutral public blockchain. Say that 3 times fast, John. Jeff. Jezza. I don't know what your name is. Waza, what do you
carbon neutral.
So check this out. These are some basics. You can take this course. This is pretty interesting. It's looks a little bit fun. Anybody in the chat be up for this? Anybody would be up for what's it, 90 and 90? So what do we got there? It's about how many hours do we have there? It's a bunch of hours right there. But it's kind of cool that they set this up. I don't know. Let's take a look at intro to the XRPL and look at that little modules you start. I don't know if you get a certificate or anything, but there you go. What's that thing, Jeff? Go ahead and read that.
You just have to put up with the Australian CO19 dictatorship, but it's tax-free. That's
well, that's what happens.
That you have to make.
You guys gave up your guns. You're like, sure, why not? Here you go. It's
we
cool.
don't need these pesky things.
Nobody needs them. This is ridiculous. Who wants them?
What bad can come of this?
I'm sure a lot of people hung on to some of their, I'm sure there's still quite a few laying around, right? Was it?
Oh, yeah, all the criminals still have them.
Oh, they always do. That's the whole thing. They don't really adhere to laws very much. They're kind of
I think that's what happens when you have such a small population. The government just gets away with it a lot easier than what they can with the US. So
yeah, but they're still the minority, though. They're not the majority.
Yeah.
People are the majority.
Yeah, and it was such a long time ago. It was such a long time ago.
Really? It was like 25 years ago.
Yeah.
That's not a long time ago. It's like recent history.
And he didn't kill that many people.
No, but it wasn't that long ago. It's like it was a terrible long time ago. What else we got, Jeff? Anything else?
What's the adoption rate that you find in Australia of people owning cryptocurrency? Because we find there seems to be a lot of tech that comes out of Australia, and obviously we get Oz Crypto on here, but it's interesting. In the beginning of the show, you were talking about how your dad was into it, your brothers was into it, and that's unusual. The lineage, the way it started, and we don't see a lot of that here in the U.S. You seem to have it's first the kids, and then maybe the parents are looking into it. But what are you finding, like with people that are in your circle of influence? You have a lot of people that are getting into crypto?
No one that runs in my circle is into it. They all think I'm a nut. They all think I'm stupid, and it's a risky, dangerous thing. So,
but it's just crypto in general. Do they give you the Ponzi scheme? It's a Ponzi scheme.
Oh yeah. They say it's just a scam. It's all this shit. So I don't mention it to them now, and I just smile. You sit there and earn your freaking 2% interest in the bank, and I'll earn what I'm earning. At the end of the day, I'll be the one laughing. You'll be the one still doing your friggin' job.
I can tell you that they always buy on the way up. So when XRP's rounding the $2 mark, the $4 mark, your phone's going to be ringing like crazy. They're going to be saying, Waza, how do I buy this? How do we do it? And then when it hits like 9.10, once it gets up to 15.89, it'll be like, sorry, man, you snooze, you lose.
No, well, see, I'm that type that'll say, well, tough shit. You had your chance years ago. You blew it. Now go and get F.
There you go. Good luck.
I'm very blunt like that. Very blunt. I'm a blunt sort of person.
Yeah, that's not evident in your videos at all. Like that never comes across. Maybe you should open up a little bit on that side.
Well, my dad always taught me call a spade and a C word a C word.
Dad's got a lot of wisdom. I mean, he's holding some XRP, and it's obviously a little more than you, right? Is he the biggest XRP bag holder? Is your dad the biggest one bag holder in your family?
Oh no, my younger brother is.
He is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now, how much younger is he than you? A couple years?
Oh no, shit. I think I was 21 when Dad rang me up and said, "Oh, you're gonna have another brother."
Wow, that is a younger brother. Yeah.
20 odd years difference. Yeah.
Holy cats.
So, yeah,
that's incredible. What is that like?
20. I was around 20 in my early 20s anyway when he said that. So, he was 50 something. So,
how about that?
Look at that.
So, is your little brother a Metallica fan too? I see you sporting a Metallica shirt there.
No, he my little brother. He'll probably watch this at some stage, but he's a real weird bastard. He's totally different to me. He's very shy and reserved, and he would never put out a video like I would anyway. That's for sure.
So you guys are a little bit
the younger generation.
Yeah. He's very nice and confrontational, whereas I'll go head first into some kind of confrontation sometimes, and to my detriment sometimes.
Right.
I always say head first in the shallow end for maximum impact. Swing. Little. So I wanted to get into some other news here that I thought was pretty interesting.
You have a video sitting there in your.
Yeah, we're gonna look at that too. This is a good one, by the way, too. So we'll take a look at that.
Bow tie on. It's got to be interesting.
That's Patrick McHenry. He always sports those. There's very few people that can get away with that bow tie look. I don't know. Maybe Wazzy, you could pull it off, but that beard would hide that bow tie. So maybe you're wearing one. Nobody knows.
He's got it on with his T-shirt. I'm sure he's got
no bow tie.
I often wear a friggin' bow tie with a Metallica T-shirt. Yeah.
You never know, Mal. But I'm saying you might sport one in regular life, not like tonight. I didn't say right now. I said sometime.
I'm always very critical of people that wear bow ties. I just can't understand it.
Look, I think Patrick McHenry. It's his look, man. It's those horn rim glasses with that signature bow tie. It's like he's recognizable. But let's talk about this tweet from Library. SEC read this tweet. This is Library tweet. It says, in court yesterday, we stand by it 100%. We've not met a single honest or fair actor in the SEC. We've met numerous liars and psychopaths. Hide absolutely everything you can from them legally. Never cooperate or talk to the SEC. And then John Reed Stark said, well, wow, calling the SEC an agency filled with numerous liars and psychopaths. Not the best legal advice in my humble opinion, but also becoming a fair, typical crypto litigation posture. Not surprising the SEC has yet to lose a single crypto-related case. Well, it's not like there's been a lot of them, but...
Yeah, they're not stacking them up.
I mean, what do we have, Jeff? We have the Kick one. We have the... Library. What was the other one? The Kinto. What was it? The Kick.
Kin was Kick, and Library, and there's probably been some that never really, I don't know.
Yeah,
they're trying to take action against the SEC, against Gemini.
Yeah, but I mean, crypto type projects, not like an exchange or anything. But there's another big one out there. Let's see if the chat knows. Somebody knows in the chat. They'll throw it in there while we're discussing it.
Dragon Chain.
Dragon Chain was the other one, but there's one that was not so recent. It was like Kick, Tezos. I don't know. I can't think of it. It was like Kick. It was another token case that they ended up settling. No, not Bitcoin.
FTX.
It's not FTX either, man. It's another project.
FTX. They're coming to FTX's defense. I don't know about going after them.
Library said, "Hey, Mr. Library said, hey, Mr. Law Professor, can you explain in a nation with the rule of law why our negative posture towards regulators would affect the determination of law? Seems like you're openly admitting the system is corrupt and biased, but we're not as smart as you, right?" And so John Reed Starr comes back with a, sorry, friend, I criticize the SEC often. For example, SEC case against Covington and Burling, the other cyber cases, SEC cyber disclosure rules, SEC FBI privacy issues. I get the frustration, but name calling in litigation to fire up the mob, mas que nada. Good luck.
Good luck with that.
I don't know, man. I got some other tweets that were coming from John Deaton that the judge openly laughed in court. So let's play this video that everybody's been wanting.
The Kardashians.
Jeff, that's like so wrong, man. Why are you putting it up?
See the Shibarium. Now, Hans, the Shibarium is a real thing.
The Shibarium is a real thing. And speaking of Shibariums,
Shiba universe.
Speaking of Shibariums, Jeff, this where is it? Man, I cannot even find. Here it is. Speaking of that, we had the first notable time that OTC or one of the hosts has appeared in an article, and guess what, everybody? It's non-XRP related. So let's pull this up. Shiba Inu will take 1,157,174 years to reach 100 billion tokens, analyst says. You guys have a guess who the analyst is? That's none other than our very own Kessa. On Monday, 30th of January, crypto YouTuber Jeff at onthechain.io revealed on Twitter the number of years it takes Shiba Inu to reduce its supply to 100 billion tokens. Jeff, do you want to comment on this now that you're a celebrity?
I'm a celebrity on Twitter. Look at this.
You're an analyst, man.
I'm an analyst. I'm not just anybody. I'm a crypto analyst. And I revealed because no one else would try to calculate.
No one did the math.
I revealed the secret. I don't know.
It says the crypto analyst. Here you are again with the analyst. Excuse me, Jeff. We have to. I'm
going to change my name.
Jeff. You can just Jeff in quotes the crypto analyst. So we have to start calling you the crypto analyst from now on. So the crypto analyst, better known as Jeff, identified that Shiba Inu has a quadrillion tokens. He said if the crypto were to burn 1 million tokens per day, it would take 1,157,174 years to reduce its supply of tokens down to 100 billion. Which was what other famous crypto has 100 billion tokens?
What?
Which other crypto token has the total supply of 100 billion tokens? XRP. There we go, XRP. Look at this burning. Now look at this. Meanwhile, Jeff, XRP, a lawyer. Now he's an XRP lawyer. So you're a crypto analyst. XRP attorney Jeremy Hogan commented on Jeff's tweet by saying, so you're saying it's possible. Yeah. So you're saying there's a chance. That's what it reminded me of.
There's a chance. That was the best. Chance. Yeah. So you're saying it's possible.
It's possible. So in other words, the comment appears to mean that it would be impossible and unrealistic for the crypto to take years to burn the tokens to 100 billion. Who wrote this, by the way?
Crypto craze. I was going to say SBF. Come on now.
Samuel Endime. I think you got a crypto stalker, Jeff. Kind of weird, but
the guy does TA.
Oh, does he do TA?
Yeah, look at the rest of it. The whole thing is about the TA with the SHIB.
Shiba Inu developers did not include the token burn in the site crypto's white paper. But Jeff, as the crypto analyst, aren't they burning? How are they getting away with this burn if it's not even in the white paper?
Sounds like Chat GPT. I don't know. I don't know if it does, but you know what? They have a program to check. So you guys can copy and paste this into their AI checking program to see if AI actually wrote it.
Waza, have you messed around with Chat GPT yet?
Hi.
Chat GPT?
No.
It's AI. It's like an AI thing where you talk to it and it like returns stuff. You say like, hey, how can I say this, but in 20 paragraphs, and starts doing it. The AI is getting a little bit out of hand. So
yeah, I think Crypto Erie's been doing some calculations with it the last few days too, I think.
Yeah, I saw something. She right. She put out a similar type of a tweet, didn't she? Interesting.
I don't get into all that sort of weird shit of it.
That's the best part, though, man. It is a little bit crazy. I will say that.
The best part, right?
That's the best part. Okay, let's jump into this. Patrick McHenry. He's the chairman of the Financial Services Committee, I believe. But let's watch this video.
Easy to change the rules so that the SEC could protect investor interest in this. I mean, that That's what they were created for. Isn't there a way to just say, yes, they can make sure that investors aren't being defrauded? Can't Congress fairly simply do that?
Yes, and because the Securities Exchange Commission has failed to do that, we have to step in. Congress has to step in. What we've seen under the Gensler regime is he said, come on in and talk to me. Their reference from the Securities Exchange Commission is they refer to FTX as a unregulated crypto exchange. Well, there is no means to be a regulated crypto exchange here in the United States. There is no law that creates that structure, nor any regulation from the SEC. The one decision that Gary Gensler's made that has had an impact today is a lack of custody regulation for digital assets. And the SEC has made a proactive decision on custody that is problematic for consumers. I think we have to highlight that over a period of time and a number of hearings to come in order to get clarity and build out a solid regime, regulatory regime, and force of law.
Thoughts on that, gentlemen?
What do you think, Waza?
I'm not going to say anything because of the bow tie. It makes me want to swear.
You were distracted the whole time. You were like, why is this dude wearing a bow tie?
Yeah, that's all I could focus on. Have a look at him. He looks like fucking a cross between Julian Assange and Jerry Springer wearing a friggin' bow tie.
It looked like he was wearing a CNBC patch, too. The way they had that logo, I thought it was like tattooed on him or something, or he had a patch on his jacket or something.
A patch. His definitely patches on his elbows.
Oh yeah, he had he did have the patches on his elbows, right? Those patches. Those, what do you call those suits when they have that, Jeff? What is that? They have those like leather patches. Like, that's so bizarre. I like the dude though. He's the ranking member. I got that wrong. He's not the chair. He's the ranking
I'll
member.
say what I think of those jackets, except I don't think I could say it here.
Well, what do you think about the video, Jeff? Did you have?
Huh? What's that, Waza?
Leather patches on a tweed jacket with a friggin' bow tie. Lost me. Lost me.
You lost your bow tie, right? That's gone.
Man, I'll tell you, beyond the bow tie, you know, it's great to see members of the red team coming out swinging and, you know, talking, you know, about the lack of clarity and the fact that, you know, there aren't any exchanges that are regulated, and there's really no regulation to apply to the exchange specific to, you know, crypto, other than the typical laws that are on the books for, you know, just regulating exchanges in general, you know, but these aren't securities, you know, that we're talking about. There might be, you know, a good number of these digital assets out there that are securities. Why don't they bring those guys in? You know, I mean, it's
right.
Like, you know, so they keep focusing on the SEC and Gary Gensler. You know, he just picks on the ones that are going to give him the best publicity. It's like we were saying. So going after a library, you take down a major, you know, a platform like that. The whole kick thing, though, you know, that to me was always mystifying because they did, you know, they had a lot of followers as a social media, you know, platform. You know, so maybe that they were trying to get some inroads there, but it's just really weird to see, you know, how their path to Ripple. It's kind of bizarre.
One thing I disagree with what he said was he said because Gensler didn't do X, we had to step in. I'm like, dude, the only job you have is to create legislation and step in. It's not like Gensler didn't do something. Now, Gensler overreached, which is why you guys should have been creating this a while ago. And why don't they just pass? I mean, why don't they go back to Warren Davidson, you know, Darren Soto, bipartisan, you got a red team, blue team member, just pass that stuff. I mean, why don't they go do that? This is so rudimentary. I mean, I'm getting a little nervous, Jeff. I'm going to be honest. The red team took over. It wasn't January 3rd because we had it took like 3 or 4 days to pick the speaker. Remember all that? We're coming up on a month, and has anything happened, any movement at all in the House? They put some bills forward, but with regard to crypto, we got Patrick McHenry being very bold, but what's the next step? Are there any hearings? What's happening over there, Jeff? Anything?
I think we're going to start seeing some hearings. I think it takes a little bit of time to get the momentum, to get some of these bills rewritten and you know, put in front of Congress. And I think we're going to start seeing that happen, you know, in the short term. But they better get active real quick. The problem is, you know, making sure that they can do it from a bipartisan perspective, because you know, once they submit this to the Senate, that's where we're going to get a little bit of resistance. So I think timing is everything. Obviously we have a 2-year window here, but we're going to definitely run into resistance, but they got to show it that, hey, you guys are turning down, critical jobs for the U.S. market. So if they're, strategizing from that perspective, maybe it'll take a little bit of a path to it. But I think the fact that we're seeing so many of them outspoken, we've never seen so many of these congressional representatives coming out at this point, that, and actually referencing how bad Gary Gensler is, and, really pushing for some, path to clarity for crypto. So, I believe they have the will to make it happen. So let's just see if they, put pen to paper.
There you go. So I had to join you in that.
And bow ties.
So Waza, you have no comment other than that. How much did you hate the bow tie? The bow tie wasn't working for you, right? It's not something that you'd ever make rock an outfit with that.
With those guys, just lock them in a big room and tell them they're not coming out until they come up with a fucking deal.
Yeah.
And, sorry. Where's your bleep button? I didn't mean that.
Don't worry, YouTube will forgive you.
Yeah, lock them in a room. Don't let them out until they've come to I nearly said it again, a deal, and then get it through. I don't know why it takes fucking years. Sorry.
It's okay. It's part of the vernacular, man. I think the reason it takes so long, these guys are knuckleheads, man. I mean, they're just, I think it's part of the thing. But wouldn't that be great? Imagine if they put some legislation through. It started moving through the end of February, got out of the House, passed the Senate, and then they say hey, this is a good thing. It's pro on both sides. President signs it. Lawsuit's over. Could happen. Likelihood? Not likely. What is it? Scale of 0 to 0 is how much? Yeah.
2 bits F all.
I hear the crickets, Jeff. I hear the crickets. I wanted to throw this up here, Jeff, because this one kind of hit a little bit close to home. FTC.
This is really close to home.
The FTX scandal rocks Florida school district. Victims may include high school teens, Jeff.
Yeah. Sam Bankman-Fried, bankrupt fraud, was taking advantage of high school kids.
That sounds, we got to get deeper on that because that sounds a little weird. But so so basically what ended up happening, to summarize the story up, the SBX fund, through a political counterpart of the Blue Party, arranged to have.
His name Gary?
It wasn't Gary, no, but it had hackathons or something along those lines. And these students were gifted $15K for university. And now they're worried because they may have to claw that back into the bankruptcy. So, basically be taking money from kids who were gifted Waza, how would you feel? 15K, you're off to university, everything's going great, and all of a sudden they claw that money back, and now you're negative 15K in the hole.
I can't. No, talking about SBS is not a good thing with me because I'm going to swear. Are you trying to encourage me to swear?
Maybe.
Because you're going the right way about it.
Maybe.
Get them fired up.
Get them all fired up. It's okay, man. What do you got? What do you think about this? Okay, I see he's holding his tongue there. Look at it. But it continues to stun people in places where you might expect it, including his colleagues in the crypto industry who tell Fox Business they had no idea that FTX was built on a house of cards and run by a alleged crook. No idea, Jeff. They were in the dark.
What do you think, Waza?
Of course not. SBS was such a trustworthy looking piece of shit.
Jeff and I really had our doubts. I'm like, who is this guy? We would always talk about this guy. Who's this squirrely character? Is he He doesn't seem that smart to me. He's got a new look, by the way. He's growing hair in his face. He's a squirrely dude.
It's gritting my teeth now. I saw teeth from gritting them.
So this hit Broward County, which is very close to where Jeff and I are, which is kind of incredible. It's in our own backyard, but it's as much as $8 billion of customer money is missing. I want to get to the part of where it talks about the hackers.
$8 billion.
Yes. Meanwhile, students are growing anxious. I wonder why. The reason bankruptcy lawyers say the hackathon money, some or all of the 1.3 million FTX handed out to the students and then appointed mentors who participated with them, could be clawed back by John Ray, the new FTX CEO. raised seeking to repay FTX customers whose money was allegedly stolen. Prosecutors say to finance SBF's various political efforts. I'm sorry, I made that part up. It said business and charitable, but I think we know where that's going. Man. Well, look at that. So, Waz, you got nothing to say about scam, bankrupt, fraud.
Bankrupt fraud.
The
No, I
fraud.
call him soon. But
Scam.
I'm not going to say what I call him.
You just did. It
No, not quite.
was close. It was close, man. You got very, very, very close to it. Let's see what else we have here.
I've had a few back and forths between people in the last few days where I've actually asked, how long do you think it'll be before he goes to prison? And so many people say, oh, no, he'll never go to prison. He'll get off. He'll get a smack on the wrist.
Is that what they think? I don't know if there's an appetite for that right now. I mean, because it's different when you steal like the industrial, Jeff, what am I trying to say here? Not the industrial, the investor, the upper echelon, bank money. No one cares about that. Institutional money. That's it. Institutional money is like, oh, that's sad. When he takes our money, it's not so sad anymore. Like, that's a big deal, right? So I don't know if there's an appetite for that, for him getting away with a slap on the wrist.
No.
There's no.
He needs to. That's what I like about the US. They've still got bloody capital punishment.
We do. We don't have the electric chair anymore though, Jeff. I don't think that's legal in any states, but we definitely have because you just watch people's eyes pop out. That's weird.
I'd like to see that.
Hey, Chip, yeah, I'll tell you that this whole thing with SBF, I can't figure out which one's worse, that or this.
Oh no! Oh, this is great.
Are we able to play the audio on this? I can't.
Yeah,
remember.
I mean, yeah, but you gotta share the audio screen.
No, it's when we were in the chart. We'll change the whole game, though.
E2.0, yo. E2.0, yo. E2.0, yo. E2.0, yo. Shot 3, BLS, and Lamport, and all of this crypto just sets the stage for Merkle proofs, plasma chains, plat. Seekers, knocks, coming over. Plat. Privacy's killing it.
All right, that's enough of that.
But this is great. Do you know who that was? Do you know who that was? I mean, it's hard to tell if it's still kind of far. Jeff,
You know who that was? That was Vitalik.
Vitalik Buterin. He was the one that was slow behind the mic. The other guy was like, yo, SL, blah, blah. And he was like the one about 2 seconds behind him.
Yeah, let me see.
Yo.
Zoom in on that.
I mean, the only thing better than that might be the Bait Connect.
Oh my God, those are the best.
We have this one from K-Hood. Thank you for that. He says, Sam, otherwise known as Andy Kaufman fraud. There you go. Andy Kaufman fraud. There you go. And there you have it.
And there you have it. You missed this one too.
What do you got? Oh, sorry, grab that one.
Statler and Waldorf and Hagrid.
I know who Hagrid is. Do you know who Hagrid is?
I don't know.
You know? I do. I know. You got to be a Harry Potter fan to know who Hagrid is. They'd be tortured through those movies like I was.
I went through all the Hagrid stuff only a while back when I had that stupid profile picture.
There he is. Oh,
the actor just passed away recently, but may he rest in peace. But man, look at that. You're not quite at Hagrid levels. You're close though.
Look at that beard.
But Hagrid, Statler, Waldorf, and Hagrid. Okay, that's fair. I mean, Jeff, I wasn't tortured with those movies from my girls. My God, I mean, part of me actually liked some of them. They were pretty decent. Thank God we have XRP Bags' music. There you go.
I don't look like that.
No, it's the fact that he's got a big beard. That's about the only thing you got going on there. Unless he's wearing glasses in one of these. I got to be honest with you, man. I just don't think the action figure is like that good. Let me put this up here. The action figure is a little bit lame right there. It's just, plastic beard, weird hair. You know, it's just
Dude.
something. It's something's missing here. I don't know. It just doesn't look right to me.
Yeah. There we go.
Rubus. Do you know his first name was Rubus?
Rubus. Zechariah.
We love Jeff and Chip. Please refer to him as the Jeff, the crypto analyst from now on, because he's got a special
Crypto
needs title.
analyst, formerly known as Jeff.
And
Trying to
Chip
write
is
it
the
out, it didn't fit in
non-crypto
the
analyst.
tagline.
I don't have that special designation, that title. No, not at all. I can't stop watching these different Hagrid. That's completely wrong. So we look back the other day with the library case. Eleanor Terra put this tweet out. She said the SEC Gov lawyers in the library case conceded OTR. What does OTR mean? On the record, that secondary market sales of LBC tokens do not constitute a security. So, boys, given that, doesn't that mean that if it's a secondary market sale, which would be an exchange, wouldn't that be okay for every crypto exchange, including Coinbase, to relist XRP? Where am I going wrong here? Waza?
Nah, you're not going wrong.
Right?
Right.
I mean, don't we kind of have the green light?
If the token itself is not a security, they should be listing it.
Right. And so they just got the green light. And this is huge for the effect it's going to have on the Ripple case as well, because in that one as well, we heard from the SEC attorneys saying that in the whole Section 5, they're like, no, every XRP that's ever been sold, and the judge said on the secondary market, every single one, a security. And then this line right here, I thought you'd like this one, Waza. It says, no one fights harder for the crypto community than John Deaton. Imagine how easy the SEC would have had it if it weren't for him. Truth. Dropping the truth bombs.
I just sent you a DM with the was a Haggard thing that was going on.
Oh, let's see. Let's take a look at that. Let's look at that. Was a Haggard. Was that like a thing? Tweetville? Let me look at this.
Joe Buddy said General Deaton saved crypto.
Pretty much how it is, man. Let's see. Okay, I've got it pulled up here. Let's see. Let's look at this. So somebody looks like somebody took a little Photoshop action there.
Yeah.
The Hagrid. That's good.
Yeah, no.
Dude, that's a good look for you right there.
Yeah, I actually didn't mind it.
That's like not a
I'm
bad
not
thing.
sure about the hair. They couldn't get the hair grey enough to match the beard. That was the only problem. I look like one of those freaks that dye their hair when they get old. Can't sort of grow old with dignity.
Well, what do you care, dude?
Like guys that have 60 or 70 and they got jet black hair. That's just not a good look.
Well, you don't make it jet black. You know, you find it. You find a good.
Why do most of them dye it jet black? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, right? That's a good point. Unless their hair is. That's a good point. But I'm just saying the whole idea of dyeing the hair is not the bad thing. I see women all the time. Like they have like these multicolored toned hair, and it's not natural. So there's the ability anyway.
Yeah, well, it's all right.
Dude, this is a good picture here. Why can't you get that hair grown out? Are you saying it's gray and you don't want to grow it out, or what's the deal?
It's just not a good look for a man.
Have long hair?
Same with a bow tie. It's not a good look.
What if you had long hair and a bow tie?
Ooh.
Now you're talking. You can't do each other out.
Well, back in the day, I had super long hair. My mom was always after me. I didn't wear the bow tie, Jeff. It wasn't my thing. But I did have super long hair. Jeff, you had long hair too back in the day.
I did have long hair.
So
and now I have none. That's what happens.
Well, you do have some. It's just you choose to.
I choose to shave it.
Choose to shave it and go with the look.
I got to a point where the guy that I would go to do my hair, cut my hair, he said, you might want to start shaving your head. I was like, all right. So he started cutting it short, then started shaving it. And then one day he came in, said, you might as well just shave it yourself. There's no need for you to come here for me to do it. Like, very cool.
So we looked through these pictures. This one's good. The pirate one's pretty good.
Yeah, I know. They went nuts with it.
The pirate with the horns. This one's a good. I don't know. The hat's not quite.
Mind that one. I didn't mind that one. I like that actually.
What do you call that in Australia? Like a bumpkin, a country bumpkin, a country boy. What do you call them?
Yeah.
I don't think we've got a name for that in Australia.
You know, like somebody like just lives in the outback. Somebody who's just like off the beaten path. You know, somebody.
A bushy.
A bushy right there. Is that a bushy? Like what kind of hat is that? It's like a.
Not with that hat on. He's not.
It's just that we're
That's not a
waffling
bushy
half the
hat. There you
time.
go.
What's a waffly? Waffly. Said free. Is Andrew Tate in jail?
No, I think he's
in jail.
out.
I thought he got out. Thought it was like
I
a
think so,
short-term
too.
thing.
Yeah, he got out a long time ago, man.
What else you got, Chip? What other good?
Yeah, I saw this one. This was another
items
one.
you
This was
got?
a good one from Library. This one here I thought was pretty decent. What was shit? Let's look at it. I'm gonna have to share the audio though, because I know Wazzy, you had this on your feed as well. But let me share this one. Since we were going there tonight anyway, might as well throw it up there. But here it is. It says, Library put this tweet out right here, and it said a very important message from our supporters. You guys ready for this? Let me cue it up.
Cue it up.
Here it is. Ready?
Yeah.
This is
Gary?
the message right outside the SEC. Here's the message for the SEC.
It's Gary.
And I was like, that little kid, I noticed he wasn't. Does his mouth moving? Can we do another check on that? That little kid, can we look and see if he's flipping the bird or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, he flipped the bird at the end.
Yeah.
You see that?
Did they really say that? And why is the camera all like
Jittery?
fisheye?
What a fun man.
It's a really
I don't
weird
know,
camera.
Jeff, but it's a
Very
great
good
tweet.
camera.
It
Very
is a good tweet. I have to give it some love in that from that regard. But yeah,
Wait,
I agree with that 100%.
I thought that you would. I was gonna say, you have anything to add to that? Nope.
wait, there was
not a
another
thing.
group. Chip, there was another group that came onto the steps right after, or they were right in front of the steps.
Oh, jeez. The Go Gary Go, Jeff.
Oh,
God,
Gary, no.
I was like, really? There was another one? I was like, and did you notice why did their shirts change color from, what is it, orange or whatever it is, red to green? I'm like, go, I guess the whole synonyms thing with go.
They did go from red to green. I didn't notice. I've never noticed that. All
Dude,
the time we played that, I've never noticed.
Dude, you've never noticed. Waz, you noticed it, yes or no?
I didn't notice it either until you
Holy
pointed it
crap! I'm the person that
We
sees
probably
like
played that
notices stuff.
1,000 times, and that's the first time I've ever seen their shirts red.
It always bothered me. I'm like, why does it change? I mean, like, what's so
Why does it
significant
start
about that? Go, Gary,
Weren't those
go.
guys on the WWE years ago?
What about the WWE?
I said, weren't those guys on the WWE years
Something
ago?
like that. Yeah, probably. It looks pretty much like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. I still remember it was the WWF, but then they had to change it because the
It was
World
the
Wildlife
Nicorette logo
Foundation.
color. Because the whole thing had to do something
Nicorette
with that
color.
gum or something.
Matt LaRoche with the funnies.
Here we go. This is it here. Green and red candle flux drama. See? Jim D.
Jim
That's
D
probably
calls
what it
it,
was.
baby.
That's
Jimmy
what it is.
D.
Goes from red to green.
Look at this right here. This one here, Gabriel Shapiro. He says, the really noteworthy thing about the Mingo markets cause is that for the first time, the SEC is clearly taking the position that tokens trade as securities in the secondary market, contrary to the analysis of New York crypto lawyer and quite a few security scholars. And of course, John Deaton, superhero, says, well, this is a significant example. Oh, am I not showing this? Why don't you tell me that, Jeff?
I don't know what you're showing.
I don't know. I can't even see it. Oh, you know why? Because I had that stupid tab thing. That's why I don't like showing the computer screen with the audio. This is a significant example why Monday's library.com hearing was so important. The judge's summary judgment decision implied that all LBC sales violate Section 5. The judge stated that he will make clear that his decision does not apply to secondary sales and only libraries. So what the hell are they waiting for? Let's relist it. XRP. I don't understand why we're not. What are we waiting for? Another John Deaton tweet here. John Deaton is just so pivotal, man. It's so pivotal. And then this one.
Where is it?
This is the one.
Same one.
Important message from our supporters. You know, nice message they had. This guy says, I was surprised how many times it said there was no fraud. No fraud was alleged, etc. What was the crime? Jeff?
What was the
right?
crime?
Boom!
Exactly.
What the hell was the crime if there's no fraud? Like, what did they possibly do wrong?
They came in and spoke to Gary.
I'm going to talk to me.
That was their crime. Not illegal, but it was a crime.
Yeah, and Deaton said he wasn't surprised. He said at least 4, possibly 6 times. That's incredible, dude. Go, Gary, go.
The crime is that Gary's still in office.
Listen, I got some good news for you, Waza.
The SEC.
This is some good news for Sam Bankman-Fried. Do you guys remember and recall that they didn't want to give the names of the people that actually posted the bail for him? Okay, well, here we go. The judge rules.
Did they reveal it finally?
The judge rules that the identities of the 2 parties who backed Sam Bankman-Fried's $250 million bond can be revealed.
Have they been revealed yet, though?
I don't think so. I think this is pretty new. I think this came out yesterday. Uh-oh, the angry mob, Jeff. To get the pitchforks and the torches out. So, guys, you want...
That's what I don't understand. They can be revealed. Well, fucking reveal them.
Well,
exactly.
The court gave the I mean, how long do you think they're going to slow roll this one?
Yeah.
But who do you guys think, if you had to take an educated guess here, who is your, I know my first choices, but who's your first choice for backing him? What do you got?
So you go first.
I have Mr. Wonderful. Kevin O'Leary's got to be one of them because he doesn't want to be revealed after he's been talking about, yeah, Sam and I would still do business together. Yeah, I would still. And of course, probably one of his parents, because how would that look if his parents bailed him out? And that would probably be a bad
parents
look.
already co-signed though.
But didn't it say that his parents weren't included with the 2 names?
Right, that's what it says.
Oh, so it's 2 additional names. So maybe
it's already known that they co-signed, but the other names were kept private. There were 2 names they kept private.
This is an SEC tactic right here. Bankman-Fried's lawyers argued the possibility of physical threats to the parties were the reasons. That's the same thing as said about John Deaton's tweet. John Deaton put out mean tweets about the SEC. Made us cry.
Waza, who do you think? 2 people.
I hope they've read my friggin' tweets then. Nah, Kevin's got to be one of them.
Got to be.
Kevin's got it. Well, you'd think so anyway, but the other, who knows? Probably Gary. Might be Hester.
Hester Peirce? No, I don't think it's going to be Hester. Come on, dude. Seriously, it's not going to be Hester. Wouldn't that be funny as hell if it was Hester? What if it was Maxine Waters?
She has got to be
kisses to him in the hearing.
Yeah, it could be her. Could be her.
No, that would
but
be
Hester's got to be good for something. She hasn't been much good for any other thing.
Jamie Dimon.
I don't know. I mean, she, as a commissioner, she's always voted the positive way of crypto. It's just that she should have been, just make Hester Peirce the chair. And then we'll see, but I don't know about that though. I don't know if that's going to be a good thing.
She's got certain powers, but she hasn't used them. So
no, she doesn't have any powers.
I'm a bit ground off with Hester.
She's been sitting on her hands the whole time.
I reckon she's got a whistle. She just needs to blow the friggin' thing. Blow that whistle, Hester. Stop being a pussy.
Exactly.
Okay.
Start wearing a bow tie.
So JV the Great tweeted this one
out
on
Hunter's laptop with the chick from Alameda.
Okay. JV tweeted this out about Gary Gensler, and I think this is an important message. It's the very shortest video we've ever played here, but here it is.
What I believe is just that. It's a belief.
Can't hear it. What do you say?
You guys can't hear it? Can you hear it or no?
No.
What I believe is just that. It's a belief.
Oh. What I believe is that.
It's just that, what I believe. Absolutely right.
What I
What I
believe
believe is just that.
is just that. It's a belief. What I
It's a belief.
That's it. And it's
It's a
wrong.
belief.
And you're wrong. And
What
nobody
I
likes
believe.
you.
It's just that. It's a belief. It's not correct.
It's
You look
completely
better
wrong
with
and
a bow tie.
It's false.
off base, but what are you going to do? What will you do? What will you do?
It's Grimace and the Hamburglar.
The Grimace is. Oh boy, here we go. What a show
Here
we
we
got
go.
tonight.
Here
huh?
we go.
Here we go.
Now it's getting rowdy in here.
So, who else is calling for Coinbase to relist XRP? You ask. Besides you, Waza, we know you want to. Library's calling for it. Coinbase should relist XRP under the SEC v library standard. XRP sold by secondary holders, not a security.
Won't happen. Brian's pussy.
I don't know what we're waiting for. That's who that really is on our thumbnail. I told Jeff it was him, but it's supposed to be Brian Armstrong.
Brian Armstrong. Look just like him.
No,
He's
not at all.
definitely Brian Armstrong.
He wears a bow tie.
So, Coinbase has been sued. Everyone in New York, that's not bad.
That's right. Sucks for people in New York. Man, New York is such a crappy place. Think about
Horrible,
it.
dude. Horrible. So that Coinbase has been sued left, right, upside down. The SEC's messing with them. Finally, a little bit of good news for Coinbase. Coinbase wins a dismissal of a lawsuit over the unregistered securities. This came out today. Coinbase won a dismissal lawsuit by consumers alleging cryptocurrency exchange facilitated the sale of unregistered securities on its platform. Proposed class action suit filed in federal court in New York in October of 2021 was seeking damages arising from the sale or soliciting of 79 digital assets. I think one of them was XRP. The consumers, the consumers say it was amounted to illegal contracts, but the judge is just totally dismissed it.
Hey, get out of here. Get out of here with your legal contract.
This is stupid. So let's see. When we think about lawsuits, we have we have one potential win and all losses for Coinbase.
And the SEC, who very easy hydroponics. It's funny how the timing's all lining up with the regulations all coming in for other countries, except for ours. It kind of fits the narrative of the current administration, boost everybody else. Yet we're talking about giving some clarity today. What are the odds? It's just there's the counterbalance starting to come in, and that is how it goes.
I don't know what this is about, but Crypto G was replying to Matt LaRoche. I think the tats on the small Novogratz is back. No, it's on his arm. Jim D wants to know what the word on Biden putting out an info on executive actions directed at regulating crypto. Anyone looking at it? They're meaningless.
I'll tell you what his stuff is all about. It's pretty good, actually.
What about sum it up?
Those are the executive orders. That pretty much sums up everything. Chip, it's that time of day.
It's that time, dude. We gotta bail just Waza, not Waza or but just Waza.
Just Waza.
Waza, thanks for coming in here and enlightening us. I'm gonna give you the last word. And Jeff gets the last word, but you get the second to last word. Any thoughts before we get out of here?
Nah.
Come on, dude.
You gotta have something.
Come on, man. You gotta have something.
Bring it home nicely.
Don't dye your fucking hair black, and don't wear a friggin' bow tie. That's my last word.
And XRP.
And relist XRP. For fuck's sake.
Okay, that's pretty much it. That's the soundbite right there, Jeff. Jeff, you have the last word.
And F you, Gary.
Okay. that goes without saying, right?
I'm gonna get another one in there. Bow ties for everyone.
What do you got, Jeff?
Man, well said, Waza. Great to have you on. And as always, we have the best and the brightest that join us here on the chain. All those best and brightest from the YouTube crypto space. Love you guys. You guys are awesome. Again, Waza, thanks for coming on. There you go. That is perfect.
Wait, put that up. Put that up again. Let me zoom in on that so you can see that. That's Waz's bow tie right there. You see?
There you go.
He's got the bow tie on. There you go. Waza bow tie. It looks good on you, man. I'm not going to lie, especially with that Metallica shirt. It's pretty solid. By the way, how many times did you see Metallica? Once, twice? How many times? How many times did you see them?
How many what?
How many times did you see Metallica?
Live.
Metallica?
Never. Wow.
3 times.
I've never seen them. I'd like to.
I saw them in Detroit.
Next one I want to see though is Foo Fighters.
Haven't seen the Foo Fighters either.
I have seen Nirvana. That's the important one. I have seen Nirvana live.
All right, that's got some that's got some clout right there, man. You win the evening for bands. That would have been awesome to see in Nirvana.
There's not a lot of people in Australia that can say have seen Nirvana live, and they were the backup band for the Violent Femmes.
Oh, wow. Really? Where did you see them in Australia?
Yeah, it was 1992.
Wow.
Yeah.
They were the actual backup band for the Violent Femmes.
Amazing.
So we watched the Femmes in concert, and then Nirvana came on and just changed the whole night.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Holy cow, man. What a great... We'll have to hear about that sometime. But anyway, guys, that's all we have. Thank you so much for joining On the Chain. Waza, great to have you. Stick around for a little bit. Don't bail just yet.
Tune in next time. New merch, Waza bow ties.
Yeah, Waza bow ties with the Metallica.
It might be drawn on a cardboard 4x2 or 3 or whatever the card size is.
It's beautiful. I love it. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. We'll see you guys on the next one. Chip, Jeff, and just Waza. We are out of here. See you guys.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.